I like my chair. Oh my god. Guys, I just broke my mug. Wow. What a lovely introduction to the live. For you guys that are watching the playback, I literally just spilled my coffee on my Mac. So I hope everything... Maybe I should get off and then come back again. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I just spilled my drink on my computer. Okay, you can hear me? Okay, I'm just getting myself together. Okay, as long as audio is okay, I can always get another mug. Okay, got some coffee on my notes. You know what? Where's my lighter? Where did I put my lighter? That's over here. Let me light up this Palo Santo because I did not like how that started. So guys, as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about my brain's all over the place. Beauty, siphoning, Medusa, and high frequency. Because that's what you guys suggested. Hope my smoke alarm doesn't go off, but I think that should be okay. Just clear the energy. Okay. So you guys, I put on my community post what we should talk about during this live. And you guys suggested we should talk about, well, you said specifically how hard it is to get it back. And then what else was it? What it means to have a high frequency and just how you can embody Medusa. So I think we should start from Medusa, the Medusa story. Okay, let me take my shoes off. Let's get comfortable. Okay, so the story of Medusa goes like this. And I actually thank you for asking. Oh, good afternoon. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Guys, so no makeup. When you watch this back, you're going to see what happened at the start of the video and be like, what? Oh, that's my phone. I thought I had a crack in my phone. Hold on. Okay, so in Greek mythology, Medusa she had 3 sisters, right? And then the story goes, Athena turned her into a gorgon, right? And she turned her into a gorgon or a monster because there's 2 different interpretations. So the first interpretation is that she caught Medusa in her temple. Basically, they say being violated by Poseidon. And by violated, there's 2 meanings as well, which means, they had intercourse, he seduced her, or he assaulted her. And then in the other interpretation, they say that she just turned her into a monster because of pure vanity, because she was jealous of her. Yes, guys, get the likes up. Thank you. Thank you. Because he was jealous of her, right? So she then, the story goes again. So you guys know she has the monsters on her, the snakes on her head. So every time someone looks at her, they turn into stone. So that was the punishment that Athena, the goddess of wisdom, did to Medusa. And that story, you know what it reminds me of? There's many layers to it, but it also reminds me of like when you get so much envy from people that you don't even want to look, like you don't even want people to see you. How, like, remember we talked about the evil eye and not wanting to post? So she's rather just like turn everyone to stone, like don't see me, like she's so traumatized, right? So she's hiding from the world. It's a protective barrier. It's so crazy how this story is from like ancient Greece and still the same themes. Why are you getting mad at Poseidon? I mean, why are you getting mad at Medusa and not Poseidon? What's going on here? And Medusa was a young maiden, like she was young and beautiful. I missed that. I forgot to add that part. She was beautiful as well. Also, guys, I'm on the floor today. I just like being on the floor. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm wearing pink because I'm just like feeling pink. I'm in my like divine feminine era. I think it's like February or spring. But anyways, that's off topic. So her story signifies transformation. A lot of people like to use Medusa that have been victims of abuse, victims of like, men getting, being trying to seduce you, and because they say he violated her, so you guys can add with two plus two. So you also said, how do I embody her? So okay, I have some notes. So this story is like alchemy because her transformation turns into empowerment. So you could say her turning these people into stone is a form of her empowerment and her protection over herself, and that she has resilience. So I will tell you that you need to embrace your strength. So when we say the word embody, you want to actually embody these traits. And then soon enough, it will just naturally be you. And guys, this is something I actually want to talk about in one of my videos I'm posting, how to transmute shame. And I was going to say how you can create an alter ego for yourself. This is something that I do. And a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people, they create alter egos. And that alter ego is like your highest self. Okay. So you also need to protect your boundaries. Oh, and it's also about transformation despite hardship too. So yeah, we want to transform, but when it's hard, it's easier said than done. So despite hardship, she's finding empowerment through that. And I think that's beautiful. I know shame is such a powerful emotion. It's heavy. Guys, I wasn't even gonna do the video, right? I was like, oh, I feel like this is a really heavy video, for me to do. Like, but I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it's needed. It's needed. A lot of people could benefit from that video. I was thinking maybe I should just leave it for like a session if they want to call in, but I feel like it's something to be talked about. It's such a low frequency, like 20 hertz, and it can be easily transmuted as well. Because I've been there, trust me. Okay, so I don't go off topic. I love the concept of Medusa as well. Okay, so you also want to. I think I briefly. Okay, so protect your boundaries. I just want to go over that again. If you want to embody Medusa, look, she's turning people into stone. You better be like stone when people are crossing your boundaries. Like, you can't be a people pleaser. If you're a people pleaser, then this will be a good person to embody too. So protect your boundaries. Write a list out of what your boundaries are. You can change your boundaries at any time. I always have to remember to look at the camera. You can change your boundaries at any time as well, guys. Remember that. Transform adversity. Yes, I said that as well. So transform adversity, because a lot of people would be like, oh, Medusa is the victim, she's the victim. But now who's the victim? Who's the victim? She's turning people into stone. Now you're dead. Ooh. So it's all about the mindset shifts. So another thing that I noticed as well is you need to embrace wisdom and enlightenment, because the snakes on our head, I'm thinking the snakes equal enlightenment, snakes equal higher knowledge and wisdom. So you need to get into your learning bag. If not already, if you're already thinking that, maybe that's why you felt called to Medusa, because you want to be enlightened. I mean, you're watching me. So this is all about enlightenment here. And anyone else that you want to get into, you want to embody someone, make sure to read all their traits and see if it matches to you or your highest self, because that's the aim. We want to be our highest self and embody that and then walk as we are day to day. So I feel like wisdom comes naturally with alchemy because you're transforming, which means you need to gain the experience before you can transform, which is wisdom. Okay, and then another one I noticed as well, back to the snakes, is shedding skin. So you need to embrace change. You need to let go of the past. Again, with the higher self, you cannot, because some people don't like when I say this, you can't bring your old self to your desired reality. Like the person that your old self just can't come with to your higher self. You can't. Like you actually have to kill your old self. I know it can be harsh, but you do. You have to kill that character. And by the way, your old self is like that voice that will tell you like not to do things when you know you're meant to, like the ego, like that comfort, like we're safe here, but you know that no, you're meant to change. There's more for you. Okay, why did I write this? No longer. Oh, can no longer be harmed. Yes, she can no longer be harmed because she's harming them, you know? So it's all about that, having that in your mind that you're not going to be harmed. Let me read the comments. So I really like Medusa's story as well. It's just like, when you're just minding your business, but yet you're always involved in some trouble or some challenge. The girl's just minding her business. And we all know what seduce really means, though, by Poseidon. Like, she was a young girl. So she got taken advantage of, and Athena got jealous, got triggered that her man, was with a younger woman. So if something like that has happened to you, then definitely look into Medusa's story. Hi, Madeline. Okay. If you guys want me to talk more about Medusa, let me know. I just want to go because you guys know I can talk. So the next topic was, let's just go into beauty siphoning. Oh, you can't even see my cross. Yes, your beauty can be siphoned. Comment down below if your beauty has been siphoned before. If you feel like it has. Mine has. So yes, your energy, yes, when your energy is siphoned, technically it's your beauty also being siphoned too, but there's certain people that they can target your beauty. So how this will happen is beauty is your life source, is linked to life force energy. So if they're putting emotional burden on you, like if someone is always asking you for advice, asking you for help all the time, like continuously, and this is also a narc trait, guys. You know that when there's a certain friend and they're always trying to call you for advice, or parents do this too sometimes, especially mothers, like they'll always try to like get you to help them emotional labor. Yeah, it's a form of energy siphoning. Arguments, taking you out of your character and taking you off balance, is energy siphoning. And so let's say you're friends with people, right? And they start introducing you to certain things. They want you to go out clubbing more and drinking more. Be careful of that too, because that's a form of energy siphoning. It's a distraction. They're distracting you. And also the clubbing and the drinking, they know that's going to make you lose your beauty. They will do this. These people, they're lame. I'll read the comments in a bit before I get distracted. So when you start to notice that your beauty is fading, you need to cut off the person. And if you don't know who it is, first of all, it's always the person closer than you think. So they're always closer than you think. It might even be a boyfriend. Who are you giving most of your energy to? That's what you need to think. And then when you figure out and you cut them off, you need to call your energy back. You need to call your energy back immediately. But I wanted to answer the second part of your question to the person that asked. You said, and talk about why it's so hard to get it back. So I actually laughed when you sent me this. Well, wasn't that your question? But do you guys want to know the real reason why it's hard to get your beauty back? It's because you're now on the frequency of ugly. So when it happens, think about what you're thinking in your mind. You think, I'm so ugly, I'm so ugly. Like, you're on that frequency. And you're telling yourself this, like, oh my God, I look so bad, I look so bad, I look so bad. So you're even making yourself even more uglier by thinking this. And then you literally get more, and that's the point. This is what they do. Because they want you to feel so low about yourself. And the reason why it's hard, because that's in your mind, that's gonna be your repeating reality. I know for me it was. And then as soon as I called my power back, as soon as I started my self-care, doing my subliminals, pray, affirmations, everything, wearing pink can help with getting your beauty back, because the frequency of pink is on the frequency of self-love and beauty love. So it can help. Carrying rose quartz, like actually doing the work. So now we have to actually do the work. We can't just whine and be like, oh my God, my beauty's gone. What am I gonna do? Woe's me. You can get it back. You have to believe that you can get it back. If you had it before, you can get it again. Let me see. My narc ex would intentionally try to make me uglify myself. He was really triggered by my looks. Yeah, so men can do this too, like narcissistic ex. Guys, my ex made me look like a boy. Like even the day we met, I was wearing like pink, like Barbie pink. And then now all of a sudden I'm dressing like a tomboy all of a sudden. Like that's another thing. If you're watching this and you start losing yourself, like you're not as feminine anymore, and you're in a relationship or a friendship or whatever, you start wearing the sweatpants and you're not really going out, you're not doing your makeup, you're losing yourself. You need to call your energy back, reel it back in, okay? Because we know that's not who you really are. And yeah, they get triggered by looks, because there's many reasons why your narc ex will get triggered by looks. Jealousy. He's jealous of, they feel inadequate, right? So when he sees you, he sees that you can get better than him. And then also when you go out, in his mind, he knows that, oh, there's better contenders out there. Yes, I'll siphon your energy, get you in a heated, ridiculous argument, stressed out, losing sleep, overeating, all to make you uglier. Yeah, guys, I told you, like, about friends that they would they would get me to eat. Like, they would, oh my God, I hope my friend's okay with me. I think she would. Okay, so I have this friend, right? She's probably watching this. Hey, girl. Because it's about the eating part. So she's slim. My friend lost weight. She's been losing weight for a while now. And congratulations to her. I was happy for you. And so she started this new job and they started bullying her because of her weight. So what they would do is her friend and my friend let the ladies know that, like, she's going to the gym. So I feel like they started getting threatened by that. And then by her just being like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't stay out after work. I have to go to the gym because she needs to stay on her routine, right? And then I think they were like, oh, like, why are you going to the gym? And then she explained to them, like, oh, I wasn't always the same. Like, I lost weight. And then this is what started going weird. My friend told me they started bringing donuts to work. And then they started calling my friend the slim girl. They caught her name off and they said the slim girl. And then they started always bringing up her weight all the time. And then they started complaining about their weight in front of her. And then my friend she just felt like so overwhelmed, because why are you complaining to me about your weight? And then why are you kind of being passive aggressive? Why are you trying to feed me all these foods? It's so strange. And then she'll be like, one lady came up to her and was like, oh, when I was younger, I used to be so hot. I used to get, all the boys. Like, I was that popular girl. My body was tea. And she was saying this to my friend. And she was like, but now, like, I'm not happy with my body. Be careful of those people. They're so jealous, because how are you How are you coming to me complaining, being like, oh my God, I used to be this, I used to be that? And you can be that. Like, you can. This is why we need to do alchemy, guys, because this is why we need to transmute. We need to raise the vibration, because we don't want to end up like these bitter people that hold on to these emotions that happen to them by someone else, or just by themselves or whatever. We can rise above these situations so we don't hold on and feel sorry for ourselves. And yeah, the heated arguments, you, in terms of friendship, even in relationships, there shouldn't be no screaming matches, guys. You shouldn't be actually feeling like you have to prove yourself to someone. If, like, that's not healthy, that's not a healthy relationship, that's not a healthy friendship. And also your friends, especially like women to women, I know like sometimes relationships, sometimes it can get heated, like, sometimes I know the passion, but with friendships, why are you shouting at me? Like, why are you raising your voice? Like, what we doing? Okay. Can men trying to humble you be an attempt to siphon your beauty energy, still having bad experiences when rejecting men, even politely? Girl, you already know the answer to this. That's the whole aim. So men do this thing, guys. I clocked their team. So to humble women, they will, well, yeah, try to humble you, and they will also make you feel shame. The Nigerian community do this a lot. Like, I'm sure other communities can relate. Like, the men will kind of be like, "Oh, should you not feel ashamed for this?" Okay. And basically they do it as a fair tactic. So yes, it is to lower your frequency. It's so strange how, like, that's their whole MO, like, for you to lower yourself so you can kind of match their frequency. This is why you can't listen to what they say. But each and every time, because first of all, why would they approach you in the first place if they didn't like you? If they're trying, like, I wouldn't humble someone that I would approached or found interest in. Okay, you're still having a bad experiences when rejecting men, even politely. Oh yeah, but they're going to do that though. Like, guys, they do it to me. Let me tell you the story. Um, so actually, I didn't reject him. The thing, okay, I actually gave this guy my number. I don't want to give him my number, but you know those ones where it's like, anyways. Um, so I gave him my number, right, and then he texted me 3 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah, 3 weeks after I gave him my number to humble me. And I know he did that because of what I was saying. Because the way I was dressed, I was kind of okay. I think he could tell that I didn't want to give him the number, but he was like pushing it. Like, he was pushing it. Like, when he came up to me, I was kind of looking at him like, up and down a little bit. He was Nigerian. The guy was Nigerian, so it was different. Like, we can kind of do that with Nigerian guys because they're not my type. But I was going into my apartment building, right? And then I was out. I had a few drinks. I was walking in, and then he was like, "Oh my God, you look nice. You look nice." And then I was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm good." And he was like, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" And then I told him where I was from. He's like, "Oh my God, that's where my parents are from. Like, the exact like tribe or whatever." And then yeah, I think he also felt my energy because, guys, I've never actually been with a Nigerian guy, and it's because this may be controversial, but Nigerian men go seek a specific type of woman, and I feel like I'm too powerful for them, and they sense it. They love a pick me. They love, like, they want to be the king. They don't want to be like, oh, let me honor the divine. They want to be the king. And they notice that, and they humble me a lot. So when you're saying that, oh, you get humbled, I get humbled all the time. But you still have to hold yourself high and know that's not you. That's them trying to get you to be on their level because they're trying to lower your frequency because they know you're too powerful for them. But yeah, so he texted me like 2 weeks after, and then I literally just like, I even forgot, like, I gave him my number. I was just like, I looked at it and I blocked him. And they will do this on purpose. Oh, Ivy, never been with one too. Yeah, they're not my type. What do you say? Good luck to her. The job is going to be hell. Wait, I forgot what I said. What job? Oh, so, one of you guys told me to get the Laneage lip mask. I was getting my nails done, and then I was walking by the shop, and it's not the Lineage lip mask, but I did see lip masks. I was like, okay, let me just try a lip mask for the first time and see if it works. So then I got it, and oh my god, it's so nice. So when I go out, like I need to go to Sephora soon, so I'm gonna get the actual Lineage lip mask. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and something else happened as well with the same friend from work. So I told her not to do this. Guys, don't do this. Don't tell people at work your business plans, please. So she told her colleagues her business plan, and this woman basically was like, "Oh, how are you gonna do that?" And then she was like, "Don't you need a license to sell beauty products?" No, she was like, "Oh, what about And she was like, what about refunds?" And my friend was like, "Oh, especially in Europe, when most beauty products like there's no refunds, like especially once it's open." And then she was like, "No, that's not true." And then she was just like making my friend feel so low about herself. And I'm even forgetting some things, but guys, it was bad. Like it was really, really bad. Like people are so strange. Like what? So sound is perfect. Okay, thank you. Oh my, I need to watch that back at the start. Like my coffee went like I got coffee on my book. Oh my god, doesn't this remind you of arts and craft in school when they would make you put coffee on the paper and look like a pirate? Maybe that's just me. A pirate map. Pirate letter. That's what I would do. Oh my god, guys, I was such an artistic kid, yeah. I'll literally write letters to myself all the time. I don't know where those letters are. And I'll put tea bag on it to make it look like it's old and ancient, and I'll rip the sides to make it unique. But yeah, Nigerian guys, they're not my type. No. Mm-mm. And a lot of them can be quite sassy, like quite feminine. And I know it's like you wouldn't think so because people try and make it them out like they're meant to be the most masculine men in Africa. But please, as a Nigerian, as a Nigerian girl, like no. But I think it's my energy. I think I'm too powerful for them. Like so it's too feminine for me. Like cuz I need a boss. I need a boss. Like guys on the last live I was literally just telling you. Oh no, was that on TikTok? It might be on TikTok or the last live. I was literally just telling you how like I don't blame Beyonce sometimes. Like Jay-Z's a boss. Like that's attractive to me. Anyways. Oh my god, Brain of Jay. She goes, we get humbled so much because so many men of today are attracted to the same sex and actually prefer men. Did you see my story that I posted on my TikTok? And I was talking about how, well, it was two stories about DL men. Okay, because guys, I think, look, let me just shut my mouth. But oh, I forgot the first one. But anyways, so because Valentine's went by just there, I got a Snapchat memory from like 4 years ago when I was crying on Valentine's Day. And then it made me realize, like, oh my God, this guy made me cry every birthday, every Valentine's Day. And it's because he was jealous of me because I had all the attention. And he saw, especially my birthday, when you see other people love on you, like he's seeing, like, wow, like people actually love this girl, they're showing up for her party. And then he just can't handle it, and he would always cause an argument, and I always end up crying, and I just didn't see it. I don't know, I just didn't see it before. Yeah, and like on Valentine's Day, I used his comb to part like my hair, like the middle part, right? And then he was like, "Did you use my comb?" And then I was like, "Yeah, I used it to part my hair." And then he went mad, guys. He literally started arguing with me before dinner, and then we didn't even end up eating. So I stood up for myself. I was like, I can't believe you're getting mad because I'm using your comb. Like, relax. And then then I was just like, okay, let's just go dinner, whatever. Go dinner. He's still like like in the huff and puff mood. I'm like, no, no, no. Take me back. I'm not eating my food. So we didn't eat the food. I got my gifts and everything. And then I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell happened? Because I couldn't believe what happened. Like, how are you a man causing an argument on Valentine's Day? Like, you would think like you would actually like not cause an argument because do you know what I mean? Like, you must be DL. Like, who argues on Valentine's Day on your girl's birthday? Like, you are so I need to watch myself. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, they do. Proper bullies. And it's the way they make you out like they make it out like you need them. Maybe we should seek a guy with why was your comment deleted? Why maybe we should seek a guy with money that is strong and make us feel special and keep on living our spiritual life aside. I don't feel we'll find it in friends, men, or our family. Oh, I agree. Oh, that's my vibe now. Like, I'm totally like, I just want to, you know, what you said. A guy with money, guys, Jay-Z, a guy with money, a boss, um, that is strong. It makes you feel protected and provides for you, and you can have your spiritual life as well. And he's not going to come in and try and control you. Like, no, we're not doing this. And they are out there. All of the extremely positive and negative reactions I get are hard to manage. I see why you say you need to meditate. It's wild. Yes, guys, you need to meditate. You first of all, you need to meditate anyways to raise your frequency because each and every day when we're around people, it's affecting our field. So our heart is made up of electricity, and we're pumping this electromagnetic field. And other people's energies can attach onto this field. Hence why when you get around certain people, you feel like low, like, oh my God, my energy is down. And certain energy vampires, they can steal this energy for themselves. And so you need to be able to balance that. And meditation is the number one way to raise your vibration, to just feel like yourself again. Even if you do a 10-minute one, like you guys know, like you instantly feel better. And we actually need to be doing meditation like every day. Like it's important as prayer. Before we even get on our phones, we should be meditating for 10 minutes, especially before bed, guys. Meditate before bed, especially. Be careful what you're putting into your ears before bed because you don't want that to be ruling your subconscious mind. That's why we listen to subliminals before bed, because that's going to be it, ruling our mind throughout the day as well, because that's the 90%. We want to always target the 90%. You want to also be grounded. So getting a lot of reactions can be overwhelming because that is people's emotions, so you have to meditate because you could be taking other people's energies. Why do you think famous people are always saying meditate, meditate? Guys, before I used to think they were just saying that just to say. Like, what's wrong with me? I used to think like they're just saying, oh, like, oh yeah, yeah. No, but they mean it. Like, yes. Like, imagine doing all those world tours, meet and greets, and you're not meditating. I will be scared of you. Hi, Josie. You know what I've been doing, guys, a lot recently is breath work. Whoa, whoa, what the fuck? They need they need to be teaching this in school. Breath work is that my makeup brush? No, it's my incense. I would light it, but I don't want the smoke to be all over the screen. Breath work is like nature's high. Like, you will literally feel faded throughout the day. Like, people do a breath work session and call your friend, and then they're gonna be like, are you faded? I'm like, no, I'm literally just high off the breath of life, literally. Like, a lot of times we're not breathing properly. We're not getting enough air into our into our bodies. And when you breathe, it opens up your consciousness. So you just start thinking more. That's all I'll say. Yes, you were arguing with someone before bed and you had a dream of it replaying all night. And the thing is, not only is it going to be replaying in your dream, it's going to be replaying during the day for the rest of the day, like for so on and so on, because the subconscious mind doesn't it's the what rules us right now. This is just like the rational mind, the thinking mind, the logic, and then everything else is the feminine side of the brain. So that's why I always say, guys, make sure you're watching what you're saying to yourself. What's your inner dialogue? Because that's what's going to be replaying. And so, for example, if you had a fight, if you thought of your friend, you and your friend arguing before bed, then the chances of more arguments happening are going to be multiplied, because now that's going to be ruling your reality. Your subconscious mind is saying arguments with friends, arguments with friends. So then that's what you're going to see in your outer world: arguments, arguments. So also, guys, be careful with arguing with people in your head. I know you guys do that. Be careful, because I do that. I had to stop doing that. Arguing with people in your head, especially my ex people pleasers. If you didn't get to say what you wanted to say in an argument, don't be replaying it back. Okay, you're just hurting yourself, honestly. Yeah, you're hurting yourself, and that's gonna be your reality. And also, it's chaos. You're putting chaos in your mind, and it's not peace. So you want a life of peace, right? We don't want a life of turmoil and battle. Oh, thank you. You look so good. Josie LaBelle. Did I miss your thing? Okay. Okay, do this test, right? Before you go to bed, it's a Neville. There's two tests you could really do. Well, you can just do like subliminals, right? Listen to subliminals. Just anyone, right? And then during the day, you're gonna notice that you do it more. For example, right? I listen to this subliminal about stopping procrastinating, and it works because during the day I was just doing more things. But then when I would say my affirmations during the day and be like, I'm disciplined, I'm disciplined, I'm disciplined, like it would take a while to see results. But when I did the subliminals, of course, with action, it changed like that. And obviously you have to do it on a consistent basis. And it was easy for me to change because it's ruling the 90% of subconscious mind. And subconscious mind takes everything. It takes everything, literally. So it just takes things as true. So while I'm sleeping, it's taking as true. Like, yes, Sapphire is disciplined. I did that. I do this. I love doing this. This is who I am. This is my reality. This is my norm. So when I wake up in the morning and my day to day, it is my norm because it's 90% of me. So then when I'm actually doing the affirmations like during the day, that for the 10%, like as my conscious mind, it's adding. You want to get it on both sides, guys. It's not just subconscious. I like to do things for my subconscious and my conscious, both sides. So try that. And then the other exercise, if you guys follow Law of Assumption and Neville Goddard, you probably heard of this one. Or Reverend Ike as well. Reverend Ike, he says this too. Before you go to bed, as you're drifting off, imagine your desired reality. Just imagine it. Imagine what you want. Imagine your highest self before you drift off. And then what that's going to do is, now that's going to be replaying in your mind, and that's going to be ruling you. So you're going to start notice things and seeing signs. Like magic is going to happen. You're going to start seeing the universe, God sending you signs of what you put in your head before you went to bed. Just like how if like you had the argument with your friend, you had the dream, you would start noticing more things in your reality where there's arguments, or you're in arguments with people, you're in argument with the cashier, you're in argument with your friend, you're driving, you're getting into an argument. So then when you imagine your desired reality, you see more opportunities for what you want. And that goes with everything, like your inner dialogue. And guys, I just want to say this again. If you get a bad thought, that's okay. Don't be like me before. Guys, and I love that I can love myself. A few years ago, I would literally feel, I was like toxic positivity, I think. I would be like, oh my God, I got a bad thought. Like, oh my God, no. But it's okay. Like, it's human. It's going to happen. So now it's just like, okay. Okay, for example, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you think you look bad, like, oh my God, I look bad. Don't say that. Instead, be like, actually, you look good, but we can also look better. So why don't we go to the gym, or why don't we just eat healthier? And then you see how you kind of like change that to just like, no, you look good, but we can also look better too. So why don't we just go to the gym instead of being like, oh, I'm not happy with how I look, or, stuff like that. That kind of language. Okay, let me read some of your comments. Do I have a hard copy of my book? No, but I actually was thinking of making a hard copy. I have the paperback. Oh, by the way, I updated it. It's glossy now. Well, this is still the matte cover. So my book is kind of like fading because obviously I use my book like every day. That's from the paper. So I was like, oh no. And because it's white. So for anyone that buys the book now, it's glossy. And then for hardback, yes, why not? I'm going to put the hardback on too. So let me write that down. Because I actually need a hardback myself. The way I be using my book every day. Write that down. Oh, this pen is a bit. Okay. Write that down. How did a coworker who immediately talked was trying to decipher my day? I have a really good balance on what I let people in on at work. I know how to interact and keep it very neutral about myself. Yeah, guys, be really careful with people at work. People at work are the most miserable people I've ever seen in my life. Like, you generally feel like you are in the Matrix when you're at work. For anyone that's watched the Matrix, you will literally feel like Neo. You'll feel like everyone is out to get you. Like, you can't trust no one at work. You can have allies though. You do have to have allies. You don't want everyone at work to not like you, and you also want to have certain people that you group with, because now you don't want to be isolated. So we have to use chess, not checkers, play chess, not checkers when it comes to the workplace. Definitely have allies. And like you said, give them a little bit, but don't give them the whole cake. Give them what they think is icing and the cherry on the top. They like lie to them. They're so weird. Oh, and remember, guys, to have a fake account. If they're asking for your social media, have a fake account for your work colleagues. Because some people, they like to pry, even feel like I don't have social media. Some people would use that as a challenge and they'll go and seek you. And that's even worse sometimes, because they'll be watching you secretly. Thank you. Oh, I read that already. Hi, I love your videos. Learned from you a lot. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. I love you. I love you guys. Honestly, I do. You guys make me learn, and I love learning. Like, one thing about me, I'm always freaking learning. So I love that you guys give me things to learn about. You help me mind my business and being a villain. Thank you, sis. You're welcome. But yeah, guys, mind your business, drink your water. And it's okay to be, we're the villain in everyone's story. So it's like, what role do you want to play to get to your desired reality? Oh, wait, I just realized you said, is my book only PDF? No, oh, my book is available on Amazon. Yeah. I thought you were just saying like it's just hardback. Yeah, it's available on Amazon as a paperback and glossy. Bellissima. Hey, glad I caught your live. What do you guys want me to talk about on the next live while I catch you guys here? Obviously, don't worry, guys. The live is not ending right now. Okay. I'm still going to ask on my community post anyways, but to have more things to talk about. Yeah, these people are really attached to their identity. These people are so attached to their identity insecurities. They identify with that. They would make us miserable. Thank you for telling us. Yes, Dumbass G, thank you for saying that. They're so attached to identity that they really identify so much with being insecure. Like, it's so sad. So they have to play the role in being the miserable person. Like, they've accepted that like as their fate. What do you say? The narcissist empath relationship is very difficult. We don't have the same values. Yeah, we don't. We don't have the same values, but we're a narc magnet. We can't be a narc magnet because they see our light. So you have to have boundaries. Honestly, we're a magnet for everyone, including narcs. Yes, you have to encourage yourself for sure. Yes, I learned to let the bad or anxious thoughts pass without reacting to them. Yeah, and guys, don't judge them too. Like, you can let them pass without judgment. And then soon enough, what's going to happen is that voice is going to become quieter and quieter and quieter. It's like burning an old bridge. So you're building a new bridge, and then the old bridge is burning down. London Bridge is burning down. Yeah. Okay, paperback is perfect. I like to highlight in my books. Yeah, me too. Like I'm grateful you guys are getting the PDF version as well because I get it's convenient. Some people just like that, but maybe I'm just like an avid book reader. I love to highlight my books, as you guys know. I'm always highlighting in them. Oh my god! Speaking of books, I bought this new book again. I'm always buying new books, and I can't even get my book because my locker. So I have a parcel locker in my apartment, and then there's also like the letterbox. So I was like praying that they're gonna put it in the parcel locker. That way I can just put in a code and then get my thing. Because my post box, like my key is like jammed, so I can't get it, and I'm waiting for the maintenance guy. But they put my book in like my letterbox, so I can't get out because I can't open my letterbox. And it's the Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murray. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Which is a popular book. It's really popular. I'm surprised I haven't even gotten it yet. Yeah, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Okay, sorry, but I need to promote it better. The paperback. Okay, yeah. So you said I'm starting to think I just can't with other people. That's why I'm working on starting my business. So this is why I didn't really want to do like the videos for the workplace because I'm all about women having their own businesses and starting their own businesses. Like I can still do the content, but I would like to see if women have a business on the side and not to just rely on their workplace because it's the same cycle. Like, okay, if it's not this workplace, then it's going to be another workplace. Or unless you generally want to play the game, unless you want to play the game and there's a certain position that you want to go up to, then yes. But that all that energy, that all that power that you're putting into that, you can put it into a business. And you can do anything. Like you don't have to think too hard about it. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, what do you like? What comes easy to you? Oh my god, I love this top. It's giving like PJ vibes, so it's like nighttime. I actually had a candle on, but guys, it was too hot. I put my pink candle for self-love. So if you're struggling, guys, with self-love and confidence, so this is what you should do. You should get a pink candle because that's what pink represents in frequency. And then this frequency is going to go out, right? So light it. You can also use rose oil too. And then every time you see this candle, it's going to be a reminder of how much you love yourself. Write a letter of self-love to yourself, okay? And then burn the letter. And then after that's done, you need to walk and believe that it's done. Like walk that you are loving yourself. Don't just like do it and then forget about it. Like all these things I tell you to do, you have to then move in the world like you know it to be true because it is true. Remember, it's your reality. I remember my coworkers always stalking my IG. LOL, they're obsessed with comparing their lives against yours. Yeah, they're so obsessed. And when they see you and you're beautiful and you have a light, especially like, and especially when you don't talk, when you're quiet at work, they feel threatened. They feel threatened and they need to know, they need to find something wrong with you because they have to compare themselves with you. They, from the time you get into the workplace, they're comparing, right? And that parasite in them, that spirit in them cannot rest until they have to prove like this person is worse than me. That's why they ask all those questions. You said when they ask me questions at work, I ask the why. When I do that, they say, "Oh, I just want to know." I told them I keep my work and personal life separate because how does them know my business benefit? Like how does it benefit them? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can ask why. Like, yes, I do this sometimes. Like I used to anyways. I'm like, oh my god, why? But you have to be careful, okay? Be careful on the tone because some people can take that so personal and think you're being sarcastic. But just keep saying why, oh really why? And like basically make the question an open-ended question so they can feel silly. That's what I do. I like to make people feel stupid, honestly. How to embrace authenticity without feeling self-conscious. First, why are you feeling self-conscious? What is it? What is it that's making you feel subconscious? There's a block. You have a block, a shame block. That's what it is. You need to dismantle your shame block because you feel like it's not safe. It's not safe to be your full self. Whether it was something when you were younger, maybe think about an experience that made you feel like it wasn't safe for you to be yourself. Was it someone in particular? Was it an experience? Was it just society? So you need to unpack that because if you don't, you're gonna be basically like lying to yourself, and not in the like the law of assumption way of like just knowing. No, you're stuffing that down, and it can't be authenticity because you don't actually love yourself. It's a completely wrong frequency. You're like acting. And then like when you get to the reason why you feel shame, you need to like disapprove that. Are they right? Were they right about that when I expressed myself in that way? Were they correct? Would I take advice from them? Would I want to be in their shoes? I don't think so. And also, you have to reaffirm to yourself that it is safe for you to be yourself. Speak life over yourself. Listen to subliminals and just do it. Start small and then literally talk to yourself like, oh my god, it wasn't even that bad. Like this is what I'll say to myself. You literally have to like talk to your subconscious like mind as if it's a child. You know when parents are bringing up children and they're like, see, it wasn't that bad. Like, were you hurt? No, talk to your subconscious mind like that. That's how you're meant to talk to it. Be like, oh my god, see, that wasn't even that bad. You're still alive. Da, 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 da. Like, and then the easier, I mean, the more you do it, the easier it's gonna be. And then soon enough, you see that little voice that tells you to be self-conscious, it's gonna start dying and dying and dying. But because the voice is dying, it's going to tell you to be self-conscious because it wants to stay. That's the ego. It wants to stay because it likes comfort. That's how our brains work, okay? It thinks, okay, there's a threat. It thinks there's a threat. So even though you want to be your highest self, that's why I said you have to kill the old self. You really do to be your highest self. Because a lot of times that the version that we have now just can't come with us. Oh, how to be organized every day. I can't give you that. I'm doing better with my organization, but I'm not the most organized person. But I feel like that kind of helps with me a little bit. But I would just say start bit by bit, have a list, have paper and a pen. Like that's what really helps me. You have to kind of like see what it is like that you need to put in order. So write it out and get it out from your mind. And oh, start from like one section. Don't do everything because you're just gonna like overwhelm yourself and then you're gonna be like, oh my god, see, this is why I can't be organized because you messed up already. Start with one thing. If it's organizing your bookshelf, organize your bookshelf. If it's organizing your wardrobe, then organize your wardrobe. And don't be too hard on yourself. I feel like there's certain people that are just kind of like not as organized. And then some people are very particular about things. Like they have to follow a proper routine. Like, so don't be too hard on yourself. But if you know that if you were to be more organized, it will help you in being your highest self, then do that. Of course, don't let your disorganization be your downfall. Don't do that. Okay, for next live, talk about how to see if a man will be promising or jealous or toxic. Oh my god. Okay. I say oh my god because girl, you want me to pull out a scroll? Where's the girl with the list on TikTok? Okay. Amazing book. The subconscious mind is the tower control of manifesting positive outcomes. Amazing. Oh, you've read the book. Yay. Um yes, it's the tower control, guys. I'm trying to tell you, don't be one of those people that waste so much time and so much energy only manifesting using the conscious mind. You have to get into that subconscious. You have to. Your life can change in 1 month compared to you doing affirmations like consciously for like a year. The subconscious mind will make you prettier because, for example, what could be ruling your mind, like let's say shame, right? Let's say embarrassment, something embarrassing happened to you when you're a kid. Okay, you peed, maybe or maybe your period stain popped up when you're in class or whatever, and then it was like, oh my god, that never happened to me, by the way, but it happened to someone I knew. I mean, I don't think that's embarrassing. Like, I'm a girl, like we're all girls here, but certain people think it's embarrassing. So because you never dismantled that and you accepted that shame and that embarrassment, that's not ruling your mind. So then now you have this energy of shame within you, and everything you do is going to be deemed as shameful. You're going to be so easily embarrassed. You're always going to think people are laughing at you, and it could happen years ago, but your subconscious is holding on to that. And so all you need to do is just question it. Like, is it really true? It's, do you know what I mean? Is it really true? Like, would you take advice from them? Was it your fault? Was it your fault? No, a lot of these things are not our fault. Like, it's just life. And then you be torturing yourself, because that's basically what it is, torturing yourself, holding on to it, when you could just take it out. And then once you don't have that emotion anymore, then you're lighter. And because I was talking about how it can make you prettier, right? Shame can hold a lot of weight here. It's like an anchor. It holds a lot of weight onto you. So once you release that, your face can become more symmetrical. Plenty of people have talked about this. Like, your face can become more symmetrical and you become more prettier. I don't know if you guys heard, like they say when people start meditating, they have like this glow, but it's just because you're releasing a lot of things that a lot of negative emotions that were stored in the subconscious mind that were ruling your every single day, but you just didn't know. Low key though, you will kind of know if you're faced with the same cycles over and over again. Any job or okay, any job or business suggestions for neurodivergent people? You need to do what gives you joy. You need to do what gives you joy. I'm telling you. And it can be more than one thing. It doesn't always have to be what you did when you're a child. Because when I was a kid, I like to draw, but obviously I'm not drawing now. But that ties in with creativity. I'm so creative. Even though I'm a coach, I still love making those videos like Power of Envy, Power of Me. Like I like putting things together. Even the way I teach, I think I teach in a quite creative way. I like to break things down so people can understand them. Because a lot of these people, it's like they say jargon. And I feel like it's just because they don't have the creative mind to break it down for people. So not everyone has the skill. So what is the skill that comes from the thing that gives you joy, and then use that towards starting a business. Like recently, like me and my friend, we've just started going back into the things that give us joy. First of all, like, creating content, teaching people, um like, because it ties into me learning and helping people. And um my friend used to do makeup, right? Like cut crease and everything back in the day. So now she's on her makeup brand again. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so happy for her. Like she's doing blush and everything. So it could be as simple as that. And I know a lot of neurodivergent girls like makeup. So a member of my family said police arrested me, that I should stop my powerful job, that I am not open enough to talk about my powerful job, that I should not be living in a country where I don't have my identity card, as I am in some European country globe-trotting as a tourist. I'm so confused. I listened to you and I listened to you and put boundaries, that my life is none of his business and that he makes me uncomfortable. So what? Your family member are jealous of your powerful job? Is that what I'm getting? Guys, these people are ridiculous. Oh my God, like I'm sorry, like these people are actually ridiculous. Like the things they will say, just ignore them. You already know what to do. I literally keep telling myself I'm feeling a blockage. You are deaf, right? Yes, it's a block. We all have blocks. There's certain blocks. You can have a money block. You can have the confidence block. There's a shame block. Um, I think this scarcity block as well is the big one. I think people have abundance block. They have a blockage of abundance, and they just always think in lack and always think in scarcity. For example, like I have immigrant parents, and they were very tight. Like they're very tight with money, and that was ruling me. And I didn't realize I kept, coming across the same cycles again and again because of them. And I never dismantled that. Like, guys, what would happen? Being scared to spend money, that's a big one. Guys, you should love money. Money's here to help us. If it wasn't for money, I wouldn't be able to talk to you right now. Money is the reason that I have all these lights, that I have this Mac right now, that I'm able to look this nice. I buy myself nice clothes. Money gives me shelter. So you need to change, transform, redirect your idea of money, because we know our idea, imagination, reality, our thoughts is going to be creating our reality. So once I change that, my outer world changed, of course. You have to look at money as a friend. Like, would money want to be around you? And if you're scared to pay for something, if you're scared to buy something, that especially something that you need, like you need this, then money is not going to come your way, because it's going to be scarce. Money's not going to want to come around you, because that's the energy that you're projecting out, that you don't want this. But surprisingly, guys, if you've noticed, those people that aren't tight, those people that just spend, they always have money coming back to them, because they're abundant and they know that it's just energy. Like, you can even say something simple like, because what I to fix my block, one of the things I would do is I would just reaffirm and be like, you got money before, right? money can come. Like, is this going to be the last time you ever have money? Like, think about it. Is this going to be the last time you ever receive money? No. And you always know money's going to come back to you. Reaffirm, once I spend this, the money's going to come back to me tenfold. You should have the confidence to know that and say thank you to the thing you're buying, because you know you want it and it's going to make you feel good. Oh, that was your recommendation for the next live topic? We can still talk about blockages, because there's all different type of blockages. I'll write it down. I've been talking to this guy for about 6 months, and I feel like we're losing a connection because he's not pouring into me as much as I am to him. He throws his sexual skills in my face after bringing it up. Oh, okay. First of all, I feel like, okay, if he's not pouring into you, I feel like you already know what to do. Like, I feel like when guys aren't pouring into us, and it's not to like give out to you, but just in case anyone else is watching it, it's like, because I've been there too. When the connection's not the same and you feel like he's not pouring into you anymore, that's not for us to then go to them and kind of, how do I say this? Kind of like prove ourselves in a way. I feel like if someone's showing you that they don't want you anymore, or they don't have time to put enough energy into you, then leave. And the fact that he's just throwing his sexual skills in your face just shows his mindset. But look, I've been there. Believe it or not, I've been there. So you need to take this as a time of self-discovery. And you need to do some self-love and self-healing. He said that his baby knows how to swim and not me. Okay. That she has something I've not. He is totally crazy. My sister said that your wisdom is crap. Thank you for supporting. Okay. Whose wisdom is crap? And I mean, if people think my wisdom is crap, that's fine. I've heard it before, guys. I've heard it. That's why, you know what? I don't know if you are talking about me, but this is what I'm saying. Sometimes bullies, they can make you stronger. So, long story short, I used to think I was stupid because, you know, when you're intelligent, people will tell you you're stupid. People tell you you're stupid and you think you like what you're saying isn't true because people are out there, they go out of their way to humble you. So this has been happening to me from the family, like mom, my mom, and you know, just other people as well. So me coming online, I didn't even think like you guys are gonna be like, whoa, you're so wild, blah, blah, blah. I was just speaking, guys. I was just speaking because I was like, let me just talk because I like to do this. This is what I like to do. Um, but because I heard that before, and I was like, you know what, even if they think I'm stupid, whatever, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go on and talk. So I don't care when people say like, oh, I'm this and that. Because I've been through that. I think that's why people get moon face, all that stress and negativity. It is. I 1000% believe when people have like a very swollen, obviously some people are born like that. So if you have a round face, maybe you're just a cancer, okay? So cancers, they have like a round face. But if not, then it usually is the people that you're around. It's actually proven that it can affect your face. Look at pictures of people that have been through narcissistic abuse versus when they left. You can actually see the shift in their face, the glow in their eyes come back. Also, the cortisol as well. When you have high cortisol, it stores fat in your body and fluid. And when you're stressed and negative, that's high cortisol. Girl, I have a question. When I go out with my friend, no man approach me. Is that okay? Even when he talks to me, he returns to her, even if he flirt with me. Um, Girl, it can mean like you're just too powerful for them and they're just trying to humble you. Because they do that to me. Even when he talks to me, he returns to her, even when he flirts with me. It's just the wrong guy. It's just the wrong guy. What's wrong with like it doesn't take away from you. It could be your energy, like it could be energy. Yes, you're totally right about jealousy. They even bonded on criticizing Alicia Keys and Chloe Bailey, saying Alicia Keys does not know how to sing and Chloe's sexuality is making her a prey. I'm screaming. Not Alicia Keys, but not Alicia Keys catching strays. um But yeah, there's certain people like that, like they will bond over hating. You can catch this, right? Be careful of those friends that love to gossip about celebrities all the time. Guys, I've talked about this before. Of course, here or there, maybe, when celebrity just like, but all the time, like they always have something to say about celebrities. They're using that celebrity as a vessel to project their negativity and their insecurity because a lot of people most people objectify celebrities. So it's like, oh, they're a celebrity, we can say whatever we want about them. So those people, your friend that always speaking about these celebrities all the time, she's showing her true self. Guys, let me try my singing bowl. I hope it doesn't embarrass me right now. Don't embarrass me because this singing bowl sometimes it's because I don't have the mat. I was meant to get the mat separately, guys. This happened when you shop from Shein. The mat did not come with this, so I have to get the mat separately. But let's try and see if it works today. Wait, it can go louder. Don't embarrass me. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Donate to give me a bigger singing bowl. I'm gonna stop. It's annoying. Um, so I will literally do this, guys. So, oh, I forgot to answer your question. Sorry, someone actually asked a question. The other question was, what does it mean to have a high frequency? I forgot. Sorry, girl, if you're watching this back. It means everything to have a high frequency. This can go deep, but I don't want to make it too deep because I did wait. I waited too long, and now it's an hour 13 minutes. Where will I start? Okay, high frequency. High frequency is what we're meant to aim at. We're meant to aim to be on the frequency of love, right? God is love. Love heals all. They say it like it's in your face. So when you're on this high frequency, it aligns you to your highest self. It aligns you to your desired reality as well. I totally believe this. And when you're not, you're going to be on the lower frequencies of shame and fear. And that's going to be your reality. So you're going to be suffering. Did my camera? So you're going to be basically like suffering a little bit or a lot, depending on your frequency. And when you have a high frequency, for example, you will know because animals will come to you, children will come to you, people get irritated by you, and you don't do anything, you're just yourself, but basically you have a light, the light, what people say. Some people say like Holy Spirit, chosen one, we naturally have this. But a lot of people that chosen ones, sometimes your frequency can get ruined because you get bullied so much and you don't know how to alchemize that energy. And then now you may be living a life of suffering. I know that happened with me. Like, I was like challenges back to back to back to back. Like, I was like, whoa, like, what is going on here? And I was just so sad all the time. Like, I was just so sad and depressed and angry. And I was absorbing my brain. My subconscious mind has been absorbing all everything that happened to me in my past. And I never unpacked it. And with high frequency, again, you can't see this, you can feel it. Like when you go to someone and you know this person's a low frequency parasite because they're draining. You know, when you go to someone and they're just draining and you're like, yo, your frequency is low. Also, you know, you have a high frequency when people want to come to you. Like they want to come to you, like you're that friend. That's why I said be careful of your energy, have boundaries, because all the time people want to use you like as an emotional but like dumpster. Like they want to dump their emotions on you. Or if not dump, just come to you. Like it can be from a good place. Just because you're just dislighting, you may give really good advice. So that's why people will bully you and attack you for no reason. It's because your frequency, your vibration, your energy is really good. And what it does, it pierces them. It pierces them in their soul because you hold a mirror to them. And you know, when you have a high frequency, that's how you have confidence. You can't have confidence if you don't have a high frequency. It's not possible. Like it's just not possible at all. At all. How can you have confidence when you live in shame, when you live in fear, when you live in guilt, when you're just negative? Like, let me pull up this map. I'm always pulling up this map. And if they say they're confident, they're not. If they're lying, if they have a low frequency. Okay. Okay. Shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, they're all survival. So it's showing you these are survival emotions. This is why it's so hard to be your highest self, because you know these emotions are going to come in because they want to survive. So as you're being your best self, those things are like, oh, you're not good enough, you're not great, oh, what are you even doing, or let's go back to our old self, let's go back to the old routine, oh, you don't have to say affirmations today, let's just go to bed and just do what we always did, because it wants to survive. But no, we want to get to courage. um Neutrality is a good one. Neutral, remember guys, I told you, like, you can be neutral to these emotions, and that is at reason and integrity. So acceptance as well. So remember what I was saying with shame, there's different levels. You have to reach up here. So you can't just be like, oh, I want to be love or peace, I want to have peace just one day. No, there's levels. So first of all, you have to have like courage, at least to decide and make that choice and be like, I decide, like, I don't want to live it like this anymore. Like I want to, I want to love myself. Like I want to have the courage to love myself, the audacity to love myself. Yeah. Also, Ivy got us about not being self-conscious. Back to your question about feeling self-conscious, being your authentic self. You have to have the audacity to love yourself. Have the audacity to be your authentic self. Because a lot of people don't. So do that. Have the audacity. But anyways, yeah. Oh my god, I actually think my mug broke because I ordered a new mug. And out of the old, in with the new. Like, because the universe has a funny way of working. Like, maybe the universe did not like this mug. Oh my gosh. I have a new mug. Oh, your question? Where is it? Oh yeah, I answered it. Did I? Oh, I did. I love how I can be like kind of less serious on here, because sometimes I feel like even though I do laugh at my videos, I'm very like in my teacher mode. And here I'm just like, let's just have a chat. Let's talk. Like sometimes I can be intense in my videos. Like sometimes I watch my videos back and I'm like, yo, girl, who's who's speaking? Sometimes I'm like, that's not me. Like that has to be like an ancestor, the Holy Spirit speaking through me. Oh, where's my hair from? My hair is from Eunice. Eunice hair. It's the Yaki Straight. It's actually really, really good. I saw loads of reviews on TikTok and I was like, yeah, let me get it. And also I used to have a Eunice wig when I was younger. And then it was really good. I remember that hair being the best hair I got. I actually got the hair for free. Well, not for, yeah, for free. And they paid me for it. This is when I used to YouTube when I was younger. Like, they literally paid me to get my hair done. And I was like, oh my God, this hair's really good. And then guys, you know, the whole Destiny swapping situation happened. So I wasn't like on YouTube anymore because the people I was around and I was just depressed. And I felt like I wasn't good enough for people to hear what I had to say, to be honest with you. And then the distractions with the friends, like just wanting to go out, and I don't know. I'm not putting blame on them because it's still me too, but there's certain people that they are on a mission to distract you from your purpose. Like, so just be on the lookout for that. Remember who you are. Remember what your goal is. Remember what you came here for. And if you need to cut them off, cut them off. Like, if you're suffering from loneliness, or you're alone right now, you have to remember, like, God will isolate you. The universe, it's all the same, will isolate you for a reason. Like, it's for a reason, because I swear to God, if I did not have that isolation, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here right now. I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. You have to face yourself. Like, you really do have to face yourself. And sometimes to hear that voice and be like, you used to go on YouTube. Why don't you go on YouTube now? But what I've heard that voice, I was distracted with those other people that are trying to distract me from my purpose. And you have to realize that certain people, like with one of these friends, they will go to people to see your star, to see your destiny. They will go and be like, well, okay, what is Sapphire's destiny? Tell me. This is her picture. Let me know. And they were like, oh, she's, she could be really, it's better to do this, help a lot of people. Really? Oh my God. Like, oh my God, I don't want that to happen. Let me distract her, especially when you get confirmation. And when you are highly vibrational, that's the aim. So I become Neo when the aim and it may me gets down, me gets funny. I'm always gonna sing that song. But you will notice this. You feel like everyone's always out to get you. Like, oh my God, everyone's out to... Yeah, it's because you have a mission. You have a mission. Whether you've figured it out or not, you have a purpose, you have a calling, and it's time to pick up the phone, pick up the call. God has been calling you. I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, because I don't know how I even ended up here. God has been calling you for a hot minute now. You've been ignoring his call, but it's time for you to pick up the call. Pick up the call, baby. Go slower. I'm thinking, ooh, I need to buy a single boil for myself. Yeah, I'm gonna get the big one, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna go on live, and I'm gonna tell you girls, okay, let's release. Let's release now. Bob and weave through trenches. So people attack you when you have high frequency. Yes. Yes. That's the whole spiritual warfare. This life is spiritual warfare. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yes. And they get threatened. They get threatened. They may not know it. They can't, like, a lot of times, and it's worse. It's worse when they can't point out and be like, oh yeah, her frequency. It's just like, this girl's really threatening my energy, my presence, and I don't know why. And then you activate the survival in them. And the survival in them is the shame, the fear, all that negative frequencies, you activate that in them. So sometimes, when people are being jealous, like, and being weird randomly, sometimes they don't even know, like, that they're actually doing this, but it's that parasite. I like to call it parasite. That parasite of, like, fear that is talking for them. And guys, this doesn't even happen to us. Like, this has happened to us. The fear has, controlled us at one point. It happens. So yeah, it's that parasite in them. For example, I'm sure you see this a lot. A lot of people that come online, they say when they start posting, their friends start moving weird. And to me, I'm like, that's so strange to me, because imagine just wasting a whole friendship just because you see your friend putting themselves out there. And that's just an example, but it will just happen a lot when you put yourself out there. There's certain friends, they get upset when you start having more confidence and stuff. So when they see you elevating, so when you're elevating, what are you doing? You're raising your vibration. Your vibration is rising. It is. So they're seeing that, and it's going to rise even more. So they're also thinking about your potential. So that survival in them is like, oh my God, like, I need to basically self-sabotage, because self-sabotage is linked to fear. I need to self-sabotage because I'm scared and it's a threat to me now. So basically, you can have a friendship for years and years and years, and then, especially if that person hasn't worked on themselves, they see you grow, or they see you put yourself together, they see you elevate, and then they start moving weird. So with me, just started moving weird. Like, how? Anyways, let me not even get into that. So it's because deep down, maybe they want to do it, or deep down, they know that they're not progressing in their life, and you're a reminder that you're elevating, and they're not. So instead of doing the work, what they will do is self-sabotage by just making it obvious. They will try and make you feel bad, but we don't feel bad over here. We're going to cut you off, and now you're going to be left alone. So you trying to not talk to me, or, to have all these sneaky comments, don't accept that, because they're trying to lower your frequency, because they're seeing you rise. So they want to bring you down. So don't ignore that. Also, I saw this from a girl on TikTok. I forget her name, but she's talking about alchemy. You need to see it as a prophecy. When people are moving weird, when you start doing anything, maybe you start that business, you want to start selling cupcakes or whatever. When they start moving weird, it's like, oh, it's a prophecy. You're clearly seeing into the future. You're seeing what I don't see. So yes, let me keep doing this. Let me keep staying on this path of being better. Did I miss your question? Oh, okay. I found it. Okay, I have dealt with strangers, men and women, for some reason, trying to be really touchy with me. How would you deal with this one? Um, why are they getting? Hold on. There's a lot to unpack here. So, is it like in a club setting, or would you say like it just happens to you, like when you're just outside and they just randomly touch you? Do you know what? First of all, I would do visualization exercises. That's what I would do. I would visualize a barrier over me. So I know you guys are probably like, wait, what? But we all know the imagination is key. So a lot of people may not tell you this, but I'm going to say you need to do this visualization exercise. I did this. You have to imagine a seal. How can I describe this? So I imagine myself being like, maybe I shouldn't tell people, but I imagine myself being in this box and it comes over me. And then it's like a security lock. And like it locks me. So then that is because you want to get it on all realms, right? So that's basically like on the spiritual realm and the mental realm as well. And then what I want you to do is you need to start carrying protective crystals on you. I know people are like, oh, not the rocks. First of all, they're frequencies. And once I started carrying, I rub my eyebrows. Once I started carrying protective crystals, my life has been so peaceful. To the point, I had to take off a black crystal because I used to wear this, a black obsidian before, like last year. And no one would ever come up to me, even when I would go out, like, because I would go out and wear it to protect me, right? But then people would literally avoid me. It was like a room, like there was like a shield over me. And then I was just like, I had to take it off. And then when I took it off, lo and behold, people were talking to me again. And then what I would also say as well is just make sure to always have like boundaries. Make sure and don't smile at people as well. Like don't smile. Not saying that that's the reason, but sometimes with men they can take it as like an invite. And I know my resting bitch face has saved me a lot. Like they'll be like, smile, smile. I'm like, no. And if they're like trying to flirt with you before they even get to the touching and they're trying to flirt and the girls, if you feel uncomfortable, be stern. Like be stern. Don't be playing it all like playing on and be like, oh no, make them uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable. You don't have to be rude, but you have to have like a wall over your energy. Oh, Josie, yes, they do it to humble you. Do you know what they'll do sometimes? Sometimes some guys will purposely move to someone that is uglier than you just so you could get like jealous or feel insecure. A lot of narcissist men do that. And some men like will purposely cheat on women that are uglier than their girlfriends so their girlfriends can feel low about themselves. Oh, thank you, Princess Perfect. What? So I have a relative who I talked to over the years and she hasn't followed up with me and it feels like she's gone down a darker path. She randomly reached out saying she's been thinking about me. Ooh. She used to be a good girl in school, got with the messy boyfriend and the wrong crowd, and ain't been right since. We are adults, but I think this is the new her. Okay, so that happens where we go into two different paths in life. But at least and you can see like, okay, this is someone that I don't want to be associated with. And what I will say is your frequency can change at any moment. Like your path, because maybe that's just the frequency that she's in right now. But it can change at any time, just like how we change. But that's not for us to still be there while they're changing. When you don't align, when you're not in the same frequency, it's very, very dangerous. It's very bad. So you need to go your own separate ways. So I'm glad that you noticed that. It's a shame as well when you see good girls or just people being changed by other people in their life, by circumstances, and it changes them. Let me put this on. And they lose themselves. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Thank you guys for the likes. Oh, let me give you guys a tip because I said this in my last slide, but I forgot one part. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you say like I love you, wake up in the morning and brush your teeth with your left hand and then say I love you. Because when you brush your teeth with your left hand, it activates your subconscious mind. So it's going to take it as true, like literally as true. Because sometimes, especially if you're not there on your journey, but now I can say it like very, very easy. I love saying I love you to myself. Every time I see myself in the mirror, I'm like, I love you. But before, sometimes you can say it and then that little voice will be like, do you? Oh, really? Like, Oh, if you love yourself, would you have you know that weird voice that oh you have to girl when that voice comes up, you have to show it who's boss. You have to show it who's boss. That's why I love alchemy. Oh my gosh. But you need to Heather, wear protective crystals. Wear protective crystals. That's so funny. I've lived with an Irish guy in London. He cancelled the deposit fee. I believe he was attracted to me as a beautiful woman. But then the humbling started. He imitated my voice. He said how strong I am, that I should do cross fitness. And then when I said, if you are interested by me, why don't you say it? He said that he won't be able to see me under a shower. Huh? I, well, hold on. The comments. Oh, I lost it. Wait, let me find it again. I found on WhatsApp, he had a picture of him with listening to music, what I did every day. You are so clairvoyant. You detect patterns so smart. Wait, hold on. Before I get onto that last part, the guy is he black? Is he Nigerian? The Irish guy. And before I talk. But regardless, anyways, like, why are you not paying your deposit? Oh no, he cancelled the deposit fee. Yeah, that's what usually happens though. That when they're attracted, beautiful women get humbled the most. Like we just do. It's like they have to show themselves. They have something to prove. Like, oh, I need to put you down. Sometimes I feel like they do it to lie to themselves, like to make it out like, oh, you actually no, you need to humble her because you don't like her. So humble her to prove to yourself that you really don't like her. But we all know you like her, or you found us attractive in the first place. They project, like that's all they do is project. But you said that I'm clairvoyant. Do you know what's so crazy? Someone else said that I'm clairvoyant as well. And I don't know if I would say I'm clairvoyant though. Like I do see visuals, I get messages in my dreams. And see what my visualization, I've only gotten better because I've been practicing visualization. I used to be that type of person where like I'll close my eyes and I'll see black. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? I told her to visualize here. So I had to okay, by the way, if you do struggle with visualization and you do see black, I know I made a video, but I was literally joking. Like, yes, you can. Think of the worst case scenario, but obviously I was joking. You need to feel the emotion. So you're a feeler. So that brings me on to another gift I have is clairsentience. I can feel. So feel the wish fulfilled. Feel what it is that you want. Also, you can use images. Like you can look at an image and feel it. And then try looking at an image for a long time and then close your eyes and then feel it. And then soon enough, you'll start to see images bit by bit. It won't happen overnight, but it will start to happen. And obviously clear cognizant, like I just know. Like a lot of you guys are clear cognizant too. That's why people try to gaslight you and make you out like you don't have discernment or you don't know what you're talking about. When you do. That's a hard gift to accept because it's like what's crazy and what's not. But that's something that I don't say to myself like anymore. So I had to take that out. And I had to start trusting myself. There's a point you have to start trusting yourself, especially if all the things you predicted turned out to be true. All the people that you thought were weird turned out to be weird. Your intuition isn't going to shout at you. Your intuition is quiet. Also, it's so funny when men copy. Sorry, back to that about copying. Yeah. But I detect patterns. I do. I do. I do. Hmm. There's different methods of visualization, guys. You can use music. That's another one too. If you struggle seeing things, the way I will literally create a movie when I'm listening to music, I will literally start crying, guys. Like that's how much I will feel the emotions. Like that's a good thing, by the way, if you're manifesting and you cry because you're feeling the emotions so much. Vision journal, have a vision journal. I have my vision board on my door. And what else? Let me see your other comments. I feel like when we try to change and elevate people from our past, always reach out wanting to know where we are. Yeah, they do. It's a test. When you're elevating, they'll come back. Hmm. And sometimes people come back because they just want to. I mean, people are surprised that you're not where they left you. You're not where they left you. And they get more mad about that. That you don't look like what you've been through. So they're keeping tabs. Yes, they do. People, yeah, I hate. Hmm. People hate changing themselves and then others around them too. Yes, and funny you talk about people hating changing themselves. The whole thing about life is my hair is a bit. The whole thing about life is change. We have to change. We have to shed our skin. We have to. So I love the symbology of snakes. I used to have a snake ring, but it broke. It was a cheap one from like Shein. So it broke, and I'm gonna get like a proper one. That whole cycle of renewing, and think about like the seasons and the leaves and the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, and you have to grow. The cycles. You will know that you need to grow when you keep repeating the same cycle again and again and again and again and again and again. You will know that like you're meant to grow, like you're meant to change. Like change is transformation. You have to transform. You have to transform. I'm telling you now. If you're stuck, if you're like, oh my God, I'm so stuck, I don't know what to do in my life, you have to change. Either you have to do like a clean sweep of like who you're around, or you have to do like a evaluation of your beliefs. What are your beliefs? What are you believing to be true that's hindering you? Okay. It's in a club bar setting or even meeting friends or friends in different outings. I keep to myself, they would approach me. That's so strange. That's so strange. You need to we're all black. You need to start wearing all black. Damn. I'm sorry about that. I feel like next time it happens, give them the eyes. Like give them the eyes. Or maybe, okay, what do you do when it happens? Do you like laugh it off, or do you be like, what the fuck did you just do? Because I was going to say it could be like the universe wanting you to stand up for yourself during that moment, or you may still be repeating the same cycle. I know this may sound a bit insensitive, but sometimes not even sometimes, the universe doesn't really think like that, like emotions, like the universe, things are, it just is. So maybe it's like wanting you to stand up for yourself. And that it could be as simple as that, guys. Like you could be having the same block in life because you haven't passed the test in a way. Because that's the thing with life, it's a school. Life is a school. And we all have tests. And when you finally realize what that test is, that's how, when you see transformation like that. The minute you make eye contact, he's ready to make moves on you with the quickest. Oh yeah, thank you for sharing that, Sharon. Try to avoid eye contact, please. Maybe you're neurodivergent, because before, guys, when people were looking at me, I used to look at them and be like, oh, okay. No, don't look at men. Like, don't avoid eye contact. They take it as an invitation. Don't look at them. Oh, the Irish guy is white. Do you know what Irish guys are just weird. Like they're just weird to me. They're losers. Sorry. I The Irish guys in America are different, apparently. But in Europe, I don't even like British guys either. I don't like them. I like gentlemen. You know the men that you find in Dubai. Yeah, they'll move to your friend to make you want them more. Yeah, sometimes. Girl, you know what? Nobody talks to me when you go out. Yeah, but you're at the wrong place. If no one's talking to you, you're at the wrong place. I'm telling you, you're at the wrong place, and you may need to get new friends. Hey, PB. Yeah. A lot of guys been hurt by beautiful women, so now they're on this weird humbling mission. Yeah, because that's how guys work. One thing happens to them, and then they let it rule their life. Like one breakup, one girl breaks their heart in high school, and now it's every woman. Is toxic. It's so strange. That's why you need to know who you are. Because there's so many people walking around that are broken. There's so many people walking around that had this happen to them, and they project. Everyone is projecting. But most people are not projecting a positive reality. So that's why you have to make sure you are positive, that you know who you are. And yeah, be mindful of what you're projecting too. Because our thoughts project. That's why we say project literally. What you think will project out into the universe and it will come back onto you. Just watch your Tyra shorts. Learn something from this. The way she said learn, I was like, yo, Tyra, I get it though. Like now, I'm like, I get it. Because Tiffany, when you watch it back, Tiffany did not realize her power. You're on America's Next Top Model and you haven't accepted this. Like, this is what I mean. She was holding on to her old past. That past could not come on to American Next Top Model. She had to be her highest self, but she just wasn't there yet. And it felt true. She didn't see who she was. Tyra saw who she was, but not her. And she kept using these excuses of like, oh, my past, what I've been through, you know, we've all been through something. I know, sorry to say, but we have. But it's, how are you gonna rise above it? And how are you gonna use what you've been through to help you now? Tell your story, tell your testimony on how you've overcame it. Stop living in that story. But this is the thing, the ego mind loves comfort. It's safe for us. A lot of us, it can be like safe to talk about our trauma. I'm sure you guys know certain people that they always talk about their trauma like all the time. Like a lot of women do this a lot. Like we come together and then we talk about our traumas because it's comfortable, but it shouldn't be that way. Always remember your higher self. One of my friends, she had to remind me. She was like, I feel like you're not as confident. And I was like, what? And then she was just like, have you been, because she's low key, like we're all really like kind of spiritual. So my friend kind of was like reading my energy and she was like, I feel like you've been thinking about the past recently. And I was like, oh my God, I've been talking about the past. And then she was like, I knew it. You've been talking about the past and it's changed your energy. Go back to your highest self. Go back to your highest self. And then I was like, oh my God. So and then I thought about my higher self and then instantly my energy changed. And it happens. Like we can lose ourselves sometimes. That's why it's good to have good people around you that can remind you. Oh, you wear mostly black? People come up to compliment me and put their hand on my back or try to hug me, high five me, etc., or worse, try to kiss me. I have been working on speaking up for myself though. I am neurodivergent and I smile naturally as I'm anxious. If, obviously, when they go too far or try to do, I get aggressive. But when people are seemingly nice, I struggle to say something. Yeah. So you, I know you smile because you're anxious, but you need to stop with that. Don't make them comfortable. No, it's a no-go zone. I know you're anxious, but you just have to realize that it's you have to make comfortable at the end of the day, because you have to remember you don't like that feeling. You don't like the feeling when they come up to you and they touch you. So remember to put yourself first. And then When people are seemingly nice and you struggle to say something, that's something that I used to struggle with as well. And I felt like I had something to prove because they were nice, seemingly nice, but they're not. It's just an act. It's fake. Start with just one thing. I'm not telling you to do like go all out because that's going to be hard for you to do. But just one thing. If it the smiling, just like not to smile back, start with that. And then eventually then you'll be more comfortable to speak up for yourself. Of course you're going to be like struggle to speak up for yourself when you haven't done the steps. Like if you're still struggling with just not smiling and looking at someone like this, then because you know when men do that thing, girls, you know when they do that and then they'll be like, oh, and they expect you to laugh back, but you're like, it takes a while. It takes a while, but soon enough, you're like, wow, it wasn't even that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. They made me out to feel like it was that bad, and that's the point. They're trying to make you feel like it's a bad thing, but it's not. You have to put yourself first. There's a lot of predators in this world, and you have to protect yourself. Okay, I missed some comments. How do you feel about girls who copy your every single move, appearance, personality wise? They are destiny swappers. Okay, guys, it's not flattery when people copy you. It's absolutely dangerous. It is a form, they don't have an identity. Inspiration is different, guys. Inspiration is like, oh, let me get inspired and then, put my own twist on it. Like, I get inspired too from, some of the girls on here, like, but my videos are very different. But to copy, oh my gosh, it's this lip mask. That's why I need to get the Lineage one. That's because I've been talking to. But yeah, so they have no identity, and these type of girls are the type to set you up, like not to scare you or anything, but it's just true. Like they want to be you, they want to live in your skin. Please watch Single White Female, guys. I said this like can't talk a bazillion times. To watch Single White Female, it literally will show you the step by step of like how it happens. So they come to you and they're, oh my god, you're so pretty. I love your style. What's your routine? How do you get your hair so long? And then they're watching you and they start to copy everything about you, and it's pure envy. It's pure envy, and it's a form of witchcraft, guys. It's a form of witchcraft. They want your life. I'm not sure if I said it, but there was a girl that was copying me, and then I had to cut her off. She basically asked me where I got this blazer, this cardigan, and I used to be the type to always tell her. But then when I started noticing, oh my god, she's copying me, I was like, no, let me not tell her. So I didn't tell her. I put boundaries up, and then she messaged me on a fake account on TikTok twice, asking me where I got the cardigan from. Do you see how crazy they are? I didn't reply back to her. So she messaged on a fake account. Okay. And I know it's her because of how she texts. She puts a lot of kisses twice. And the name is just so familiar. Like I just know. Like I just know. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. And the fact she come to twice because I ignored I ignored it. Mhm. I feel like when people copy you a lot, you have high priestess energy. Your next subject, a day in your life from gym to restaurant. From gym to restaurant. I need to do more in my life, actually. How to avoid dead ends. What do you mean? I wear mostly. Oh yeah, I said that. Just popping in to send my love and like the live and hear some gems. Hey. Okay, guys, let's talk about membership real quick, okay? Let's talk about membership. Like, I want to have a membership, right, with you guys, and I want it to just be very like, because there's certain topics that I feel like I don't want to talk about it on live because there's certain people that, they just watch and they pre and they don't say anything, and I want, like, for example, the topic of shame. I could really go more into shame and more into my experience, and it doesn't have to be shame, but other things, and really get into the tea, especially with the men, like talking about the men content and the real reason why they act like this. Okay, 'cause sometimes it can, you know. Also, like movies to watch. Because I did say we are gonna watch Single White Female, and then talk about it on live, but I just watched it, and then I don't think I talked about it on live. But yeah, that's something that I'm gonna think about. Oh, do you consider yourself as spiritual? Yes. So yeah, I'm 100% spiritual. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. This pissed me off. I'm Christian, but I'm spiritual. Yeah, I know. I make my own reality. But it all comes down to you. It all comes down to yourself. Do you know the Bible's actually very spiritual, but people are just reading it wrong? I read it in an esoteric way rather than, oh, this person's outside of me. Like, there's so much gems in the Bible. Like, this is something that I actually might talk about in the membership, because when it comes to speaking about the Bible, or, if I decode verses and it's a verse actually talking about how you need to meditate and activate the pineal gland, do you know, like, there's going to be ignorant people that are not going to get what I have to say? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should just leave these things for like the membership. Even though there's another thing that I was just reading in about, there's a lot of people that pray for this life and wait for heaven, but you're meant to have heaven on earth. What's it? Give us the damn thing. Wait, hold on. Wait, our Father who art in heaven, give us our daily bread. Um, on earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. But some people forget that. They don't read it correctly. It's meant to be now. You're meant to do the work now. So many people are just chilling now. Anyways, maybe I'm getting too deep. This is what I mean. I have to save this for the membership. Like, you're meant to pray it in. Like, call your heaven onto earth. Stop waiting. So many people have just given up. You're meant to do the work now. What do they faith is not work? It's like faith without work is dead. There's so many things that says work, do the work. The kingdom of God is within. Yes, the Bible is literally a guide. It's a guide. That's why I love Reverend Ike. Do I do tarot readings? I do tarot readings for my friends. I haven't done it. I was going to do tarot readings. Okay, are you asking? Because I was going to do it before, and then I took it off my services. I had like a calendar, and I was going to do it, and I was like, no, because I don't think I would have the time. But you know what? If you want a personal reading, then I guess just DM me. Like, DM me. Even tarot, like, how I got into that, I just started doing it for myself because I was like, okay, since I'm claircognizant, let me test myself. So this is how I do tarot. It just confirms my psychic abilities. I don't go seek something that's outside of me. So I started doing that, and I'd be like, whoa, like, this is true, this is true. And then my friends would be like, oh my God, I need a reading. And I'll be like, okay, let me just do it. And I'll be nervous thinking like, oh, I hope maybe it's not going to be accurate. And then they'll be like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, it's so accurate. I actually was starting to get a bit overwhelmed. Like, I was like, oh my God, what the heck? What the heck? And it's like, it's so accurate, so accurate. And damn, it's just the spirit. Like, some people, they think tarot's like the devil. Think of it like the Holy Spirit. Like it's the spirit that will give you the cards, you know? And I guess I do have a close connection with spirit. I really do. But what I am gonna do is I actually am gonna start doing oracle reads for you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna pick someone and then I'm gonna start doing oracle reads because it's easier to do than doing tarot. Well, not easier, but less energetic for me because tarot, like that can be a whole thing. Like imagine I pull up a card and it's like the tower card or something, and I have to tell you that your life is like about to change. It can be a bit heavy. Oh wait, how do I avoid this person? I live with this person. A literal creep. Who? Who? Do you know the spiritual things you can do to like make people stay away from you, guys? Do you know? Do you know? There's this one girl, she kept popping up in my head, right? I don't care, I'm gonna say it. She kept popping up in my head, and I was like, she's manifesting me. That's what will happen, by the way, guys. If like someone keeps popping up in your head, like they're thinking about you because we're all consciousness, we're all connected, right? I put her name in my shoe. I put her name in my shoe and I walked on her, and ever since then, I haven't thought about her. She hasn't popped up in my head. Her name hasn't come up. So that's a little spiritual tip, guys. You can also put money in your shoe, and that brings money in. Remember to set intentions. That's important. Also, like sometimes it's practical ways that you can try and like get rid of people. Like if they're your roommate, like if you want a new roommate, there's ways. What is it that Shira said? Pretend that you're getting evicted or something, and then tell them that they have to basically go or something. Oh yeah, the girls that copy you, they'll date the same guys that you date. Yeah, they do this. When I say they copy everything, I mean it. She completely manipulated me in order to get the guy that I like to. Too bad for her. He's a serial cheater. Good luck with that. Yeah, that's why I never understood too. There's certain girls that they will go out of their way to, um, be associated with a certain guy, and it's like he's a serial cheater. So you're doing all of this trying to prove yourself for this person that doesn't love themselves, so they're not gonna love you. I will be super interested in what? Oh yeah, the Bible. Sorry, I'm reading it late. Yes, the Bible is so esoteric. Christ, Christ consciousness, like that light of love, that light of enlightenment. That's what we're all meant to get to. And there's loads of different things as well that's in there. And it's just a shame because people misinterpret it and then they make it out this like doomsday, and they make Christians feel like they have to humble themselves. Even that, like the humble in the Bible is taken completely differently to what most Christians make it out to be. You're not meant to be all subservient and be all low and I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. No. When it talks about the ego, I mean, be humble. What it's trying to say is humble your ego. Like when you're trying to be your best self, that ego is going to tell you, oh, this and that, da da da, you're not good enough, oh, you can't amount to anything. But you need to keep walking in faith and lower your ego. Be humble and trust in faith, trust in the walk, trust in being your highest self. That's what it means. It doesn't mean be subservient and be low and not be confident about yourself. They took it the completely wrong way. Because you have to be confident. Anyway. I was referring to the destiny swapping thing. What destiny swapping? Oh, sorry. You think a lot about your ex-boyfriend, so he thinks about me too. Yeah. Well, if you wanna put it that way. Stop thinking about him. Stop thinking about him. That's the past. That's past. Stop living in the past. Stop. No, no demons are attached onto me. No, I make sure to pray. I make sure to pray my energy's right. My energy's right. Maybe certain people have like, I don't know, bad angels around them, but I'm protected. I have good angels. I don't live in a state of fear. See, that's what we don't want. We want to be love. Oh, was that too deep? I think I was too deep for you guys. I think I went too deep. That's why I said I need to leave some things for the membership. I think I want to eat his money again. Okay. I love it. Yes, do that. Let them bring the offerings for the divine. Do you feel like you tend to lose a lot of people when you enforce a lot of boundaries on them? Yes, 1000%. So that is my personal experience because the cycle that I kept experiencing in my life is because I didn't have boundaries. And once I started to have boundaries and I started putting them up and I was sticking with them, people started dropping like flies. But that's what God wanted. That's what the universe wanted. Like, first of all, I feel like boundaries is the quickest way to get rid of like toxic people, narcissistic people, because they can't do rules. Like, they can't respect boundaries. Like, they push boundaries. Yeah, no, it's not just you. And guys, if you're watching this and you put up boundaries and loads of people start leaving your life, that's what's meant to happen. And boundaries is an excellent way to see who's actually really there for you because they value you. So the people that start to respect your boundaries, trust them. Like, they're good people. They're good people. But yeah, boundaries. They'll try and push. Okay. 2 hours on this live. Do you guys have any more questions before I go off? Need to start working on the video tomorrow. They start you off thinking it's free. Yeah, Victoria, I feel like, I mean, if that's your reality, but in my reality, it's that doesn't happen. What are other ways I can protect my energy from destiny swappers? Destiny swappers can't take your energy unless you give it to them. So unwillingly, I was giving these people my energy, or it was just one person at the time that was trying to do it, um, because I was around them. Or if you are always on the phone to them, if you're telling them your business. Um, so think of where they're getting energy from you. Also, you will know that they're a destiny swapper if you counter, yeah, you. So when you first meet them, right, they are very obsessed with your life. Like, they're very obsessive, very clingy, and you feel like things are moving way too soon. What should you do when you feel low energy? So there's plenty of things you can do. So you can have a shower. So what I posted on my shorts, when you're having the shower, imagine the water cleaning your energy. Cleaning it, like let's say you come back from work, or even if you wake up in the morning or in the evening, we have these energies, okay, that are just from other people that are attaching onto us. So as you're in the shower, just imagine this energy coming down. In fact, even do that and be like, oh my god, it's going down the drain. Imagine the bad energy going down the drain, and say like your affirmations: I'm cleansed, I'm protected, say all of that. And then after, then you want to close it up by imagining abundance, love, peace, tranquility, joy pouring onto you from that water. So that's one way. Meditate, 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 meditate. It's proven. That's the best way to raise our vibration. We're literally meant to meditate daily. This is what actually got me into meditation. I never took it serious. I just would think like, oh, I guess to have peace of mind and stuff like that. But it's down to energy. Like you need to revive your frequency, because think of how many things you're giving unknowingly. So it centers the heart and brain. When you have low energy as well, you need to not do too much. Don't do too much when you have low energy. Girl, if you need to rest, rest. Take time to yourself. Sometimes we just need to recuperate. Sometimes we just need to recuperate and think. Because low energy could be a sign that we need to stop. We need to have a halt. I like to write. I like to journal. Sometimes, like, what's in our head, just get it out. Sometimes just watch a movie. Watch a movie, listen to music, and like that's a quick way, guys. Music to raise your vibration. Dance. Dance. Play some Afrobeat. Play some piano. Shake your bum, shake your ass, let it out. Honestly, don't, but that actually, like, dancing is such a great way to raise your vibration. Okay, how to stop projecting and see people for who they are and not potential. What? How to stop projecting and see people for who they are? Okay, let me write that down, because let me write that down. How to stop projecting. Okay, like another thing with the memberships, like with the vision boards and us talking about like our goals and stuff like that, because I was gonna do that on live, like the vision journal. Um, I don't think that should be for the public. I don't think the public should be around like when we're talking about our goals on that sort of level. How to stop projecting. For who they are. It allows us to not waste time. Do not believe every spirit, but test every spirit whether they are of God. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't live in fear, guys. I don't. I told. Well, look, I'm supposed to be over humble. I totally agree with you that people look at the Bible like we're supposed to be over humble. God had to lead me out of that. It goes in seasons. In some seasons, we should be humble. Others, no. Guys, ever in the past or go to church and then you just see how some people talk about themselves, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Like you just hear that, like, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I hate that language. Words are spells. Like, don't say that about yourself. Mm. Do you know what I think? I feel like when people are like chatting and they don't have anything to back it up or it's not true, then it's like be humble because that's not true. Do you know what I mean? Because what's the difference between like if you have it and you can back it up, is that not confidence? But you see those people that like just chat and like they don't have anything to back it up. I feel like yeah, they should be humble because they're speaking from the ego. Remember what I said? It goes back to the ego again. Like that's your ego speaking. That's not you. Do you see how it all ties back, guys? I'm a piano will get my mood up every time. Yes. Oh my god, I love I'm a piano. Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna play some I'm a piano after this to get my mood up. I've been playing Shake by Tyler. Like Tyler, I love Tyler. I know some people be like she's not really I'm a piano. I know some South Africans, but well, to me she is I'm a piano because I'm not South African. So to me, it sounds like it. You're so funny. Thank you. Thank you. I think you need to know I think you need to know when to be and when not to be because you don't want to be like um what's the word? So self-absorbed and obnoxious because you need to be wise, right? Wisdom is knowing when to be humble and when not to be humble. That's having wisdom. It's like when to know when to apply yourself and when not to apply yourself. What did it say? Be as innocent as a dove and as wise as a serpent. No problem. You're welcome. You were trying to do too much. Yes. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You could be burnt out. And when you're burnt out, it's like it can take you so long to get back to yourself. Because it damages the brain when you're burnt out. Like when it says burnt out, like imagine the electricity, that's literally what happens in your brain. And then you have to kind of get yourself back together. I used to be humble to scam, don't fall for it. Yes. I'm from Ivory Coast and I like your vibe. Okay. I love your videos. Love from Paris. Love from Paris. I need to visit Paris one day. Every time I talk about like, oh, I need to go to Paris, I need to go to Paris. Everyone's like, oh my god, Paris so dangerous. You're gonna hate it. Maybe that's why I haven't gone to Paris yet because of all the people that have like told me, don't go, don't go. So subconsciously, I haven't went because it's just right around the corner, you know? Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it for today's live. Wait, I'm gonna answer this real quick. I feel like as a pretty girl, I'm not mean enough. LML, what's the easiest way to fully step into my power? Yeah, you have to be mean. Fullest way to step into your power is you have to have acceptance. You need to accept your power. You need to accept what comes with your power. You need to accept what makes you powerful. You need to accept that people are going to be upset with your power. You need to accept that people are going to come up to you and use you for your power. So that's why you need to accept being mean because you need to know that okay, this is protection, and me being mean doesn't define me. That's not who I am. It's just for to protect me. So me being mean doesn't actually make me a bad person because that's something I have to, realize myself. Being the villain doesn't mean that like technically you're bad. It's just you have to kind of be the villain to them instead of people pleasing because you're scared to be mean. You're scared to be the villain. But it's just you're putting yourself first and it doesn't take away from you. Mm. I honestly feel like when you are mean, I mean, for me, when I started being mean, it made me love myself more. It made me love myself more. I felt like I felt like I had to put on this like, oh, people pleaser persona. That's not me. That's not who I am fully. So when you start being mean, when you start having boundaries, when you start protecting yourself, it's like, damn, like, whoa, I really love myself. Like, I stood up for myself. Like, damn, like, I love myself so much that even if they thought I was mean, I had to put me first. And then you get more and more confident, more confident, more confident. And then when people are like, you actually start to appreciate people more, especially nice, kind people. Kind people. You appreciate kind people way more. So that's why I don't mind being mean. I don't mind being mean to protect myself because there's good people out there. You don't have to please toxic people. But yeah. Right. That's it for me. 2 minutes, 20 minutes. I spoiled you guys today. I can't wait to watch this back. But guys, I hope you have a lovely, lovely Sunday. Who's this? Someone just commented, love your content, use blush with dark undertone. Okay, guys, don't tell me what to do. Like, what? Don't tell me what to do, how to do my makeup. Are you, what? Not the backhanded compliment, like she just dropped that. I love my blush. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a makeup artist, but I like my blush. I'm not going to change my blush. So, thanks, but no thanks. Okay. I accept. I have acceptance for this. But yeah, guys. Okay. It was lovely speaking to you. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely night because it's nighttime right here. Yeah. Take care.